I've made $7.5 million from a tiny audience of only 7,500 people. And if you want to get to 100K a month in a way that's sustainable, predictable, simple, wildly profitable, fun, and in a way that your clients turn into raving fans, you have to think differently than most of the industry. And so in this video, I'm going to teach you some tactical things, but I really don't just want to tell you what to do. I want to teach you how to think. And I want to talk about two different areas of your business, your marketing and your model. See, one of the things that most people struggle with is they simply think the way to get to more is by doing more and then focusing in on more volume, so more leads, getting more clients, and that's how you make more money. And that's part of the equation. But what I want to talk to you about today is this whole idea of efficiency. It's not about just doing more to get more. It's actually sometimes doing less to get more. I was recently listening to this interview with Mr. Beast. And if you don't know who he is, he's a savage, right? Top YouTuber in the world. Every video he releases these days is like breaking the records of the last video in terms of 24-hour views and things like that. And he said something interesting. He said it's easier to get one video that hits 50 million views than it is to get 50 videos that hit 1 million views each. Now, this is counterintuitive to how most people would think about YouTubing, marketing, creating content, because it's a focus on less but better. And most of the reason a lot of people I see in the coaching industry are stuck and they're at 20K, they're at 50K, they can't seem to get to that mythical 7 figures and beyond, is because they're taking the opposite approach to what Mr. Beast is talking about, which is if I can just do more, I will get more. But the answer is sometimes not just in volume, it's in efficiency. So when it comes to these two areas of marketing and model, I want to talk you through how I've personally managed to make millions from a tiny audience so you can do the same. And if you've got a bigger audience, fantastic. This will be even easier for you to grow. So let's talk about marketing. The number one mistake I see coaches make is they create funnels where leads either buy or die. So let's take an older school, and not too old school, it's just a couple of years old, but a few years ago, everyone was running webinar funnels. So when I started in my agency, webinar funnels, VSLs were all the rage. And this is how the average VSL worked. You ran an ad and it showed up in people's newsfeed. And a small percentage of those people clicked through the ad, and a small percentage of the people who clicked through the ad registered on the landing page. A percentage of those people who registered watched the video. A percentage of those people watched the video applied. A percentage of those people who applied booked a call. A percentage of those people who booked a call showed up, and a percentage of those people who showed up actually bought. And if you could get it profitable to where you're getting like 4-to-1 or 5-to-1 on your return on ad spend, you would just simply spend more money. But the question is, what is happening to all of those leads that are not now buyers? The people that aren't booking, that aren't showing, that aren't watching, what do we do with those people? And in most cases, people do nothing. Leads either buy or die. And the thing that really has helped me make so much money in a relatively simple and easy way, focusing on the audience that I have rather than just trying to grow the audience, focusing on the people I don't yet have, has been focusing on this idea of efficiency. So it's not just about running a funnel and 100 people register and one person becomes a client. It's about figuring out what we're going to do with the 99 who are not ready to become clients with us. So if you think about your funnel right now, maybe it's a Facebook profile, an Instagram, YouTube channel, TikTok, whatever it might be, you have a bunch of people right now that are not ready to work with you. And either it's because the trust isn't there or the timing isn't right. And one of the best things that you could do to make more money with relatively little effort is to figure out how do we nurture those people and how do we follow up with them in such a way that when the timing is right, the trust is there. And this is why I love the particular system that we use within my world and with our clients. We call it kind of like the content ecosystem. So firstly, we have what we call a community funnel. This is the Facebook profile or the Instagram profile. This is the main channel you are using to build your audience, to build a community. Simply having that still creates the same effect where leads either buy or die. If you're running ads to grow your Instagram and then you're posting calls to action and things like that to get people to book now and buy now and you're sending messages and so on, a small percentage of people are ready to say yes now and a bunch of people are not yet, which is why I love combining a community funnel with email and with YouTube content. It's combining the short form nature of most platforms with long form bingeable content so people can go deeper with you faster. And so what this has allowed me to do is, I have a relatively small YouTube channel. I've got 1,000 subscribers. And to me, that's a ton of people. But I had breakfast with someone earlier this week. He has 2 million subscribers. And so comparative to my audience versus his audience, I don't even have an audience in comparison. But what's so powerful about it is those 1,000 people are people that have been following me on Facebook or Instagram, and they're a part of that not now audience. many of them have not bought. And if I didn't nurture them, they would never buy. And so the powerful thing about what I've been able to accomplish with such a relatively small audience is my commitment to content marketing. So when you think about your business, do you have a funnel right now, a business right now, where leads either buy or die, or are you playing a longer game where you can nurture people and follow up over the long term? And then when it comes to follow up, there's obviously appointment setting and DMs and things like that. I'm not going to go into all of those pieces, but when you play a longer game of follow up, those pieces become crucial because you're not just optimizing for the people who have the credit card in hand now, you're playing a longer game of building trust. So when the timing is right, the trust is there for them to book a call or send you a DM so they can jump into your offer. So think about marketing through the lens of not just volume, doing more, but efficiency. How do you get more from less? And this has been a huge secret and hack for me, especially coming into this year, as I've just doubled down on content in such a big way. Like right now, we're posting 60 pieces of content between short form and long form across the different platforms. And it's having a huge effect on my ability to scale really well, really profitably from a relatively small audience. So that's the first key with marketing, is it's not just more, but it's less and better. Okay, that's the first piece, is marketing efficiency. The second thing that's helped me make so much money from a relatively small amount of people is my model efficiency. So here's what's really crazy. Most coaches and consultants create a business model where someone signs up and they pay you today. Let's say they pay you $5,000. Fantastic. Congratulations. Money hits your Stripe account. You're over the moon. That person works with you for 12 weeks. They either succeed or they don't. And at the end of it, they disappear. They go off and join another program, sign up for another course, work with another coach. And then you're then needing to go and find another client. And this is how most coaches build their businesses, is every month they're starting relatively at zero, apart from a couple of payment plans maybe trickling in. And then they're just on this hamster wheel of having to get new clients over and over and over again. This shifted for me massively coming into 2022. I was feeling really burnt out. I knew I didn't have the business model I wanted. I hadn't quite figured it out. And so I actually turned off marketing and sales for 6 months. And when I say turned it off, I mean I was not posting any content. I wasn't running ads. We had no setter, no closer. I was responding to no DMs. We were taking on no new clients. And we've all heard the phrase, how to make an offer so good, people feel stupid saying no. My framework and my focus in 2022 was flipping the script, and rather than just trying to get people to say yes, it was, how do I make an offer so good people would feel stupid to leave? What happened was I redesigned my offer so that it wasn't just one initial commitment and then bye-bye. It was designed in such a way that people could commit and then they could stay beyond that and they could recommit. I could resell them. That created massive amounts of recurring revenue in my business, massive amounts of predictability and simplicity. And it was at such a point that for 6 months, I didn't get any new clients, and yet my recurring revenue didn't drop at all. And so when you take that framework of efficiency and you bring it to your model, the question you're asking yourself, like you were in marketing, is how do I do a better job with the leads that I have? Is how do I do a better job with the clients that I have? How do I extend my lifetime value? How do I create an offer so good people would feel stupid to leave? And so right now in my one-to-one mentorship, for example, I'm about 6 months into it. So I've had a really big wave of people getting to the end of their initial commitment. I'm currently at a 90% renewal rate. It's both because of how I've structured the offer, meaning I have vision for them beyond their initial commitment so they can continue to work with me for years. And I've structured in such a way that there's pillars and milestones and projects that we can work on for years to come. But I've also had to invest so much time in getting world-class at my craft. And so the question I have for you is, what would happen to your business if you dedicated as much energy to keeping clients as you currently are to getting clients? And this is where model efficiency becomes so fascinating. You can make so much money from so few people when you dedicate yourself to getting those people amazing results, giving them an incredible experience. You can retain people for literally years. And then if you're charging, let's say $5,000 for 12 months, then all of a sudden that client might be worth to you $20,000 a year. And then the question becomes, how many of those do you need to hit 100K a month? Not nearly as many as if you were stuck in the old model, doing the old way of just fishing for clients every single month. And so thinking about your model from the perspective of how do I make more per client by giving them a better experience and better results so that they want to stick around longer. And this has been really revolutionary for me. Again, not just teaching the what to do, the tactical, but really reshaping the way that I think. And one of the things that I've realized is that if you can reshape the way you think, you will reshape what you do week to week. If all of a sudden it's not just about more leads and more leads and more leads where leads either buy or die, but it's now focused on nurture and efficiency and follow-up, you will make more money with the leads that you have coming in. You will target both the now buyers and later buyers, making your acquisition system way more efficient. When you focus on not just getting new clients and being stuck on that, new client hamster wheel, but you focus on keeping the clients that you have, redesigning your model in such a way that you can have recurring revenue so people don't just stick with you for a month or 3 months, but they can stick with you for years at a time. And then you combine that with a ruthless and focused commitment to becoming world-class at your craft, business gets way easier. But like I said at the start of this video, you have to reject how most people do it. Most people are stuck in this old way. Most people are stuck on the path of, in order to get more, I need to do more, but you're smarter than that. And I want to encourage you to adopt this new way of thinking to really focus in on marketing efficiency and model efficiency so you can make more money in acquisition, and you can make more money from the leads and audience you have, and then you can make more money from the clients that you're working with. So you're not having to start every month starting from zero, but you're stacking really strong recurring revenue that gives you consistency and predictability in your business as you scale to 100K a month. There's so many ways to get to 7 figures. There are very few ways that are going to be fun, that are going to get amazing results for your clients, and that is going to be consistent and predictable. And when you combine marketing efficiency and model efficiency, you get to 7 figures in the easiest way that I know how. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, drop them down below, and I'll catch you in another video.